Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Bailey from the EMH, and I'm back with another Elephant Money video. And guys, I'm doing some research on this Elephant Money wiki site for this Elephant Money futures product, right? BUSD yield on demand. I see the 0.5% per day. Real stable coin yield, 0.5% per day. Treasury is backed, sustainability, powerful earning potential. 0.5%, that is like degen level yield. All right. That cannot be sustainable. Look, guys, we've all been there, done that. All right. Check this out. Ready? All right. Here's two charts from projects that I was also in last year. And they were like these ROI dApps that you just hyper compound like crazy, right? Super inflationary token. And eventually everyone sells and it just goes to zero, right? You get in early, get some cash, or you get in late and you're used as exit liquidity. All right. And it says Elephant Money Futures is not that. Really? Then what is it then? All right, everybody. So if Elephant Money Futures isn't just this kind of like bank run product where you try to build up your cash real quick and then just kind of yank it out, right? What exactly is it? All right. So guys, it is a cash flow engine, high yield savings account. All right. And if you recall, guys, our founder, BT, has been working a long, long time to kind of realize, his thesis here, his mission of cash flow for all right? And he's been working towards it from some of his earliest projects, and he's now kind of perfected the tokenomics of it and has come to fruition here in Elephant Money Futures. All right. So the way I think of it, guys, and what I've been doing with my account is, this Elephant Money pension plan, which I have a video for if you check my channel, that Mike Dre came up with. And basically, guys, it's like just like a nice even flow. All right. So you build your account up to a certain level, and then you create some kind of schedule where you want a consistent, reliable, cash flow where you can take some out, but then you compound and put some in, right? You kind of take some out and then you compound and you put some in again. So it's kind of designed as kind of like an account where it can grow your cash and you can take it out when you need it. All right. And then when you get some cash, just like a bank, you can put some in and you earn that interest on it. Right. So kind of like, that even flow, then I was listening to a little Pearl Jam rocking tune, just kind of like head bobbing to it. So it's like kind of like goes up and down a little bit, but it smooths out your cash flow. And for me, it's been like just like an awesome way to get kind of like a monthly paycheck from the system, guys. Right. So that's kind of like the design of Elephant Money Futures, right? It's not this product where, you're just going to be yanking out like all this money, like all at once. It's designed where you take a little, then give a little, you take a little, then give a little, and, you're coming out like in profit. Okay. Because there was my last video, guys, I showed you how like rock solid the protocol is when it comes to its liquidity, right? Like every single person in the entire universe, all 22,000 elephant token holders, to dump simultaneously all at once, and we still had $13 million currently of cold hard cash remaining in the liquidity pools that Bertha, our elephant treasury, could access, for all of our products and liabilities and whatnot, right? And so there was some folks that were like, yeah, but that's like, $13 million. Like it's actually lower than like the futures like TVL, you know? And so first of all, guys, like everyone dumping their elephant tokens like all at once, will never happen. But what I want to show you guys is the way the system's designed and the way that Bank Teller has this set up, right, is that, you really don't look at the TVL, but you look at the daily liabilities, okay? Because what happens is, as you're earning like each day, that's kind of the thing that, the elephant treasury is looking like to cover, right? Because you actually cannot take out a huge portion all simultaneously, like whenever you want, okay, from futures, all right? So when you put your deposit in, it's locked there, and you get just this 0.5% per day that goes into your available. And then from there, you can take that out, or you can redeposit fresh capital. That's one of the big differences between, those other projects that go to zero. And then when you deposit that fresh capital, then it rolls over, your available as well. All right. So guys, what I want to show you is that if you play this like a traditional ROI DApp, and you try to just use it to build up an account and then just claim out like as much as you can in a short period of time, it's really not going to be the best way to utilize futures. All right. And it's really not the best way that you're going to be able to experience, this like nice, steady profit and like really great system. All right. So like when you don't have to really worry about with futures, like all of the TVL like leaving like all at once, right? It's not designed to do that. And you're going to see that people claiming out, right? It's not going to be like really in their benefit to do so. All right, everybody. So I'm on the infamous futures calculator by our one and only community member, Crypto Stew. And I want to take this opportunity, guys, because I don't think a lot of people know really how futures plays out or works. If you're new to the system, you might not have gotten to the point where you're actually like claiming yet. You still might be building up your balance to a certain point before you create your schedule. Or, if you're just looking at it and you're seeing that like 0.5%, degen level yield, and you have like your flashbacks of all just the total Ponzi's and just the absolute destruction of all the ROI dApps that you've experienced probably over the last few years and everything. You might be just like, nah, I just can't do this. Like, I don't see it. Like, I don't see or understand it. So I want to show you guys just kind of how it works. One of the big mechanics that we're going to be highlighting here is not only the fresh capital for the deposit, which compounds your available, but the huge thing is, and this is kind of like where it like gets that like savings account type feel to it, is that when you withdraw, right, claim your available, your balance decreases and goes down. Okay. And like all the other projects that I was in, you like build yourself up, you compound to like a max wallet, right? And then when you're claiming, your balance always stays the same, right? And you're just taking that same amount like every single day, or you're letting it build up and just taking this huge amount out. Where here, guys, we're going to notice that our balance actually decreases when we take out. All right. So I'm going to show you guys just three kind of like strategies to like illustrate some of the sustainability behind futures, especially when it comes to withdrawing, trying to kind of like extract as much capital as possible, because that kind of goes away from the intent of the system. All right. The intent of the system is like cash flow on a regular basis, right? That you can use, to really supplement your income and to kind of smooth out like all your expenses. And, it really helps, for for me anyway, like trying to make ends meet, you know, because like this world is crazy expensive and there's tons of stuff going on. All right. So guys, what I'm going to be doing is, so I got this strategy where I'm going to start off with a $200 deposit and I'm going to compound every week. All right. Until I hit 165 days. And then I'm going to try to take as much money out as possible. All right. And we're going to see kind of like how much I can actually make from futures in 1 year. And then maybe a little longer if it takes me more to get my money out. All right, let's see. Okay, so guys, this first strategy here, all right, that I'm going to use. Okay, so here we go. Ready? So this first strategy and how this works. All right, so I kind of set this up. So I'm starting at the new year. All right, so January 1st, 2024, and I am putting in there $200. Okay, so on day one, I'm putting in $200 and I'm going to try to compound, which means deposit $200 every single week up until I hit the 165-day mark of the year. Okay, and then that's going to leave me 200 more days in the calendar year where I can then take out my money. All right, and I want to see, you know, like how much actual yield this 0.5% really got me. Okay, because that's where I think there's a disconnect with some folks when they see that yield. It's like that's insane. Like this is totally going to collapse. But when you actually see it in action with all the different mechanics of the system and how the tokenomics behind it all works, like it might be something you're not expecting. Okay, so let's check it out, guys. So what I've done here, and I'll just walk you through like the first kind of step, is once you put your 200 in, you start to get that 0.5%, you know, accumulating every single day. So $1, $2, $3, $4. And then at the end, or after 7 days, at the end of the week, so on the 8th day, I'm going to compound, which means I'm going to deposit. And I'm going to just deposit the minimum $200. And what will happen is that $200 will go into my balance along with any of the available that had accrued. All right. And I was up to $8 in available. So when I deposit, notice how my balance has gone up to not 400, but $408. Okay. So that's the idea, guys, behind futures is you have a balance. You start to get some available, which is kind of like interest, right? And it's growing that interest if you decide to deposit again. All right, it rolls it back, and that's how you can compound. It's not like just compound button for free. You have to deposit. Okay. All right, so guys, what we're going to do is we're going to see how far I can get to day 165. Ready? So, and I'm gonna link this in the video as well. All right, so I'm compounding. I'm putting in $200 every single week, and then when I get to day 165, all right, so here it is right here. Okay, so 162, I compounded, and then it changed from every week, and I decided to chuck in an extra $200 on day 165. Okay, so for the first 165 days of the calendar year, all right, I started with $200 and then I deposited $200 every week. And what ended up happening was I deposited 5,000 total dollars into futures, and the total compounded was $2,645.47. All right. So my balance right now at day 165 ends up being $7,335.44. And then the next day, so after that last day, day 166, there we go, we added it in, and I'm up to $7,645. All right, so I'm sitting there. I built up my account for the first 165 days of the calendar year. Okay, I got $7,645 now. All right, sweet, right? Okay, now what am I going to do? I'm just going to let it build and build and build. And then I'm going to take out all my money all at once. Okay. Because if you want to actually take out your entire balance, right, you have to wait 200 days for that 0.5% and then another 0.5%, 200 of them all together before it reaches your total balance. Okay. And guys, it's going to stop accruing when it hits your balance. Or if you have a very large balance, it actually stops accruing at 50,000. It doesn't go above that. Okay, so that's good to know, right? So guys, I'm going to go down to the very end of the year and we're going to see it. It's just going to be like building up $38.23 every single day. All right, so let's go down to day 365. All right, bam, okay. So on day 365, all right, I am going to, the X means to withdraw. I am going to withdraw my entire balance, okay? Because now I have that 100% of the balance is available, okay? I withdraw it all right? And guys, my $5,000, all right, I got that back and I profited $2,645.47, all right, in that one calendar year, okay? So I started putting in money and trying to compound it. And then I was like, I know I got to wait 200 days before I can actually take out the full amount, okay? So that was why one of the things I wanted to show you guys was you can't like say if everyone sold all their elephant tokens, right? Like people can't just like redeem the TVL of futures. Okay. It takes a long time if you want to actually claim out the entire amount you have there. All right. All right. So let's see what this yield actually looked like. Okay. Because 0.5%, yes, you're getting that per day, but that dynamic of, having the balance decrease if you claim, or if you want to claim out altogether, you have to chill for 200 days. And that balance is actually now growing. Okay. So here's what it looks like, guys. This is the 200-day claim out strategy. And, so we put $5,000 in and we ended up with $7,645. All right. So we had that 2,645 profit. Divide that by our original starting amount times 100, and we made 52.9% on our money. All right, so we made a 52.9% profit on our strategy for that day, that year one, all right, of futures. Okay, so we made about 52.9% like APR, because that's one calendar year, right? That's like pretty decent, but there's actually like better plays in the elephant money system that can get you more than that. All right. And if we look at what was that daily yield, what it actually averaged out to, because you wanted to claim the money out, if we divide that by 365, that strategy of building up and waiting 200 days, so it was actually about 1.45% per day. Okay, so much less than that 0.5% per day that you see that what comes available. All right, so it's probably not as degen or as scary as it looks because of how the actual mechanics of the system play out. Okay, so we jacked out all of our money. And at the very end of it, at that one little strategy there, we made, about 53% APR. Okay. And if you've seen the growth of the elephant token, like that's peanuts, okay, in comparison. All right. So that was our 200-day claim out strategy. Okay. All right, let's try another one. Okay. So This time, guys, all right, well, I'm going to try that same thing. So I'm going to do right here. All right, I'm going to be building up weekly again. All right, to that 165 day mark. All right, that's going to give me 200 more days in the calendar year. But this time, all right, I'm going to claim more frequently. Okay. And I'm actually not going to claim monthly. I got it on custom, but I'm going to claim every 20 days. So I'm going to go let it build up 20 days, claim it, build up 20 days, claim it. So I'm going to have like 10 claims spaced out over that last 200 days of the calendar year. All right. I want to see how I do then. Okay. So let's check this one out. All right, so this is that strategy number 2. All right, now it's going to start off the same way where I'm going to be compounding. I'm going to put 200 in. I'm going to compound every week all the way up to day 165. All right, so 165. And I threw that last compound in, right at 165. But it was every week up until that point, popping in 200 bucks. All right, and I built it up to that same amount on day 166 as the last strategy. Okay, $7,645. All right, but this time I'm not going to chill for the whole 200 days. All right, I want to take out, all right, every 20 days I'm going to take it out. Okay, because that gives me a nice clean number that's divisible, that can go into 200 nicely. All right, so let's check it out, guys. So I'm going to go down here. And at 185, day 185 is going to be my first claim. Okay. And I'm going to claim out $764. Okay. So what happens, guys, is that my balance the next day, all right, it reduced. Okay. It reduced to $6,880. Right. So I'm no longer now getting $83 per day stacking up and available, because once I claim, my balance actually decreases. All right. And now I'm actually getting about $34 per day available. Okay. All right. So we're going to go another 20 days. All right. And then day 205. All right, I'm going to have $688 built up. I'll claim that out. Okay, so I've claimed now a total of 1,452 bucks. Nice. All right, but my balance went down by that amount. And now I'm only getting about $31 per day accumulating. Okay, so less reward or less available now each day. And we're going to let that build up and then claim again. All right. Now, guys, I'm going to go down to day 365, which is the end of the year. And let's see how I made out. All right. So day 365, that last claim, I was only able to get $296. And if I look, so far, I've taken out almost $5,000, like 20 bucks shy. So once I started claiming in between those 200 days where I was hoping to just take out as much money as I can, it actually slowed me down. And I actually didn't even get out my initial 5,000 yet. What the heck? All right. So I still have, guys, at the end of the year, right? I've claimed close to 5,000, right, which is good. So I'm almost break even. And my balance, I still have a balance. That's good. So I know I've profited. I still have a $2,665 balance. All right. But I wasn't able to get it all out that first year. All right. Let's keep going. All right. I'm claiming every 20 days. All right. So the next 20 days, guys, I claim my 266. Next 20 days, I'm getting less, a 239. Next 20 days, about 216. All right. How long is this going to take me? Okay. So guys, I'm going to go. I'm going to keep going. Okay. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. And I am into almost 2 years of doing this. All right. Whoa. All right. Now this $61. Okay. So guys, I'm going to go out 3 whole calendar years. All right. And then stop. Okay. So 3 whole calendar years. Let's go. All right. So where am I at? I'm still claiming. I'm still claiming. All right. I'm in 2026, man, and I am still claiming every 20 days. I am a diehard here. Okay. And by the time I get to the end of year 2026, I am claiming. All right. Here I am, guys. 1,095 days. All right. That is 3 calendar years. Okay. And I still have a balance of $60. Okay. And those 20 days, I was able to get a nice whole $3 from it. Okay. So my claimed amount still has not gotten me up to that point where I just kind of sat still for like 200 days. Okay, so I have $7,588.42 claimed out of that original 5,000 that I put in the system like 2 years ago, 2+ years ago, right? So, all right, let's take a look at what that actually equates to as far as like APRs and stuff. Ready? So I got my 20-day claim out strategy, and I was like, what the heck? It took me like 3 years to just get most of that money out, right? So I was able to get out 7,588, and I still got $60 in the account. All right. But what is that? And that is a profit of 51.77%. Okay. So again, like pretty good profit, right? But it was over like a 3-year time period, which in like the traditional world of finance, you were still absolutely crushing it. Like it's not funny, but here it was like a 17.26 like APR. So about 17% per year if you do this strategy where you just kind of build up and then you just take out once every 20 days, again, it's like it's modest, yield. It's like it's good yield. But like again, you're not living up to the potential of futures and having this amazing kind of like schedule, pension plan style where you can just get like a nice, healthy, nice paycheck like every single month. Measured progress over time, nice and predictable. And that's how the system is going to be managing things. Just looking at daily inflows, daily liabilities. All right. That's how it's all kind of set up. All right. So the whole big, huge TVL, like if people start claiming, the window is way out there. All right. Like the runway that like Bertha has is just like it's so huge, and you've seen like the crazy tokenomics of how she gains value and everything. So all right, guys, so I got one more strategy. All right, hey, claim every day. Right, there are some people that just claim right now. I am claiming. All right, let's see what happens to a chronic claimer. Okay, so this is strategy 3. All right, and I am just claiming daily. Okay, so I'm going to do that same thing where we're going to go up to day 165, and then I'm just claiming like a madman. All right, so here we go. So this is strategy number 3 here. All right, so we got our same 200, and we're going to go down to 165, we're compounding, and we get to that point where we're now at day 166, $7,645. All right, so we're at that same level of where we built up our balance. Look at these X's, man, every single day. All right, I am taken. Okay, so that first day, guys, I took that 38.23. All right, that second day, I took that 38.04. Like I'm taking all this profit. The third day, 37.85. Fourth day, the 37.66, right? It's just going down a little bit like each day. Okay. And let's see where we're at, guys. If I claim every single day at the end of this calendar year, 365. All right, on day 365, okay, hey, I took out my $14.10. And altogether, I have claimed at the end of the year, man, not as much, not even five, not my 5,000 again. I came up even a little less than when I claimed every 20 days. So the more you claim, it's actually like the less you get. Oh man, all right. Very different, very different than your traditional like ROI DApp, right? Where people are just draining the contract like crazy. All right, so $4,838 is what I was able to take out over the course of the year. So I haven't gotten my official like ROI yet. I haven't taken out that full 5,000 quite yet. Okay, so let's keep claiming. Claim. All right, we're claiming, guys. We're claiming. I'm claiming a buck 61, a buck 60, a buck 59. Okay. Now, guys, I have spent like how much money in gas fees do you think claiming every single day? Okay. It's like to the point where it's like I have spent 900 like tax fees and transactions, right? It's like, oh my gosh. All right. So we're going out to that year number 3 again. Okay. I am claiming every single day for 3 straight years. I got my 36 cents that last day. Probably cost me more, more to claim it, right? All right. So, well, my balance is still even greater, right? So I didn't get down to 60 bucks. I still got 72 bucks in there. All right. And I was able to take out altogether $7,573. All right. So definitely profited for sure, not counting the gas fees. All right. And let's see. All right. So let's see how that one played out for the APR and everything. All right. So I was able to make a profit of 51% percentage in there. Okay. So 51%, and not bad, but that's over 3 years. So divide that by 3. And on average, I was making about 17.5% with that strategy there of kind of building up real quick and then trying to get it all out. So you can just kind of see how it's like, you really lose some of, the potential of the system. And you can see where, it's designed to keep people on a schedule where they're taking out just modest amounts, on a periodic basis, like a claim schedule where you compound 3 weeks of yield and then claim on 1 week, or do like a schedule where it's like every other week claim compound. Mine is basically, let it build up for a couple weeks, compound, build up for a couple weeks, claim, right? So I claim once like a month. That is the cash flow for all. That is the steady income stream. And that's where Bertha is going to be managing like the system. Okay. So these crazy things where it's like, oh my gosh, the TVL of futures is this amount, like $20 million. Like, can it all be sold like all at once and everything? Like, no, like that's not like how the system and the mechanics and everything of it work, right? But it's like, we haven't seen a product like this, and a lot of people haven't interacted with something like this. So, I wanted to go through this exercise just so you can kind of start to see, this like 0.5%, like that really gets you worried because it's the degen level yield, but it's not it's not just an unlimited amount of 0.5%, and then you keep that huge balance, and then you're just draining the system. Like it doesn't really work like that at all. All right. So, when you see these 0.5% and you put it into like some calculator, and you end up with like millions of dollars, like in like 2 years or 3 years, like it doesn't pan out the way, that you'd think that is, right? But it's an extremely lucrative system if used correctly, which is the cash flow for all, right? So that elephant money pension plan, those really cool strategies where it's like a yin and yang. So you put some in, take some out, put some in, take some out, because you can keep your balance steady and then like kind of like constantly draw from it. Like that's like really the power of futures. It's not like a bank run product where you're trying to get money out. Okay. So, all right. So I just want to show you guys that right here, if we take a look, if I go over to these graphs right here, okay. So I just want to show you this and leave you with this, guys, that, for that first strategy, we were able to build up for 165 days, and then you just had to chill and wait, and then you can take that full 100% of your balance, boom, right? However, if you start to then just get claim happy and start claiming, all right, so here, guys, we were building up that balance, all right, and then before that next like 20-day came, like I started claiming like every day on this one, and look at the pattern, all right, and then for that strat 2 where I built up and then started claiming once every 20 days, same pattern, right? So that's called exponential decay. All right, so don't get scared where it's like, oh my gosh, there's 0.5% every single day, and people are gonna just like, they're gonna build up and then they're just gonna drain the system and drain the system. Right? It's not designed like that, guys. It's designed to be a slow, measured, nice, smooth, even flow, all right, of money, guys, and that is Elephant Money Futures. Okay, so hopefully, guys, this video gave you just a little more understanding of kind of the intent of Elephant Money Futures, the design of it, all right, and how some good strategies, what to think about, and then kind of like some of the less optimal strategies where, yeah, like you can profit from the system in a variety of different ways, but it's not going to be these huge bank runs, and it's not going to be these huge withdrawal fests. It's going to be just measured inflows and outflows. And that's the economic activity that really thrives and makes Bertha and the Elephant Money system prosper. All right. So guys, thank you for tuning into the video. All right. I'm going to be coming back nonstop, guys, with more just kind of concrete examples, trying to like make sure that everyone kind of understands this amazing opportunity that we have here, and give them the kind of like the pleasure and the wins that many of us in the herd have been experiencing, for the past like year or so in the system. It's a great ecosystem, guys, and I'm honored to cover it. All right, and meet the community, guys, right? Because like everyone that's pumping out really awesome Elephant Money content, helping people in Telegram, they're all like invaluable members, and they're like really awesome people. So, all right, guys, till next time. All right, this is Bailey from the EMH. I'm out.